kiddos, this is Miss Moomey. I'm back with another fun video for us to do some art projects today. I thought this day was so gorgeous that I thought we need to get outside and maybe find some fun things to inspire us to do a project today. So hang on with me and let's have some fun as we explore. So I have with me outside, I'm in my backyard, which is a nice fun place to be. I've got my dogs sunbathing over here, if you can see them. There's Pom Pom and Beans. And I've got a really nice shaded tree to sit under over here, which is a really good place to sit. I've also got a little deck I can hang out on. So I've got a lot of wonderful inspiration, a lot of pretty greenery back here, if you can see all that. We're going to kind of look around and see what would be some cool things to pick up and use for project materials. So we just finished this little project actually of putting these flowers and planting them in a flower bed out here. There's Beans. Say hi, Beans. She's a Boston Terrier and she loves to play. So anyway, I've got these really cool texture of the tree. Look at the way that the tree feels. Remember, that's what texture means. Look how pretty that is. Doesn't that inspire you to do something really neat in art? Or maybe some of these colored flowers down here. Colors always inspire me. These really cool leaves. There's also this different texture. Notice there's a different texture between the leaves from these plants to this texture of the mulch on the ground. These are all different textures, so get out and if nothing else, just feel around at these cool different feelings that you can find. There's some rocks right here. Oh, there's Pom Pom. Pom Pom says hi. And then here's a different texture on our rocks. It's a little smoother, but still rough. We could use any of those things to inspire us. Let's see, what else have we got around here? We can go from the soft stuff of nature to more of this rough stuff on our steps. These would make really cool texture. Or just finding some leaves laying around would be great too. So let me grab a couple of things and I'm going to show you what we can use to really explore texture. I brought my handy dandy basket to hold everything in. I've got me some crayons. I brought some scissors just in case. You never know what you might want to cut off a tree or something. A couple of pencils and an eraser and a sharpener for all this. I brought me some paper and a clipboard just in case I need something to bear down on. And my journal, because this is a great time to add something to my sketchbook journal. So, also I have found this nice rough rock, but it's also smooth, so it's going to be perfect for texture. I found this cool piece of bark. It's also got some nice texture. There's me. I have two leaves, two different shapes. They're kind of light. They're wanting to blow around. And then I found this awesome texture on this pot. This is just a plastic pot, but it's got this really nice chevron look to it. So what I'm going to do with this texture is rub. We've done this with our texture plates at school, but this time we can do it using natural things, which is way more fun. Heck, you can just use the bottom of your shoe if you want to. So let's see. Grab me a crayon. The only thing I don't like is that I would rather use crayons that are broken and not brand new, so that I can take the paper off and use the side to rub with. But it's okay. I don't want to break my brand new crayon, so I'm going to put my paper down and I'm going to see what kind of cool texture I can create just from the rocks. Beans is curious. Isn't that neat? turned out really cool. I'm putting the light so you can really see it. I don't know if you can see it better that way or not. So I want to add another texture. Since we're just exploring, we're just trying some things out. Let me get me a new crayon. I got me a green. Let's try one of these leaves. Now this is one of my favorite things to do because you can take the leaf. I've kind of showed you how to do this at school before. Put it under your paper. Hold your paper and rub. Hallie's gonna help me. I'm just using the end of my crayon. Can you see the lines? Can you see the details coming out from my leaf? How cool is that? I can see it. I didn't have to trace it. I didn't have to figure out how to draw it. I just rubbed right over it. How awesome is that? Alright, so let's try something else. Let's try, woo! Alrighty, let's try, oh, I'm dying to try this, this pot over here. This is really cool. Alright, so I got me another color so you can see. So I'm putting it down on this chevron texture. It may take me a minute to get across for you to really be able to see it. Oh, there it goes. Can you see it? You need to bear down nice and hard on your crayon. Oh, cool! So I'm making just a montage, a little grouping of different types of textures. The bark may be difficult because it's so rough. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see, I need something darker. Maybe a blue. Yep, it's hard. But at least we tried it to see what would happen. You might try it straight on the tree. So that's turned out pretty cool. That's some neat rubbing we did. Some texture rubbing, since you don't have texture at home. I could also probably do the bottom of my shoes. That would be pretty cool too. So think about what are some other things that you could do and how you could put them together. At school we did a texture project where you drew the black lines first and broke up the paper into shapes, then put the textures in. That would be really cool. Pom Pom wants to draw with us. She's not a good artist though. Alright, let's do a little more exploring and alrighty, we're gonna go from the backyard to moving towards the front yard. But first I want to show you our really pretty plants we've got going on over here. Look how pretty those bright colors are. I look at these every day and think, gosh, I need to draw those. They're so pretty. Or paint. A little birdie down there. Isn't that pretty? Just some stuff to inspire you. We're also growing some plants, or trying to anyway, tomatoes and some other different crops just to have some sort of food growing, just a little extra. Alright, let's go on towards the front. I love this tree. It's not quite as white as it used to be. Some of the blooms are starting to get brown now that it's gotten a little chilly outside. But aren't those pretty? Beans. I love the flowers. Let's see, what else can we find? Well, this is one of my favorite trees out front. We have swing sets, or a swing. Kids have a swing. It's right in front of the road. It's a great place to sit and look around. So let's start putting some of our stuff together that we found. Okay, now I'm going to take all the stuff I found and I'm going to create a collage or some sort of sculpture. It's 3D, so it makes it a sculpture. Took my rock for the head. my pine cone for the body. Gonna take me some of those flower petals for the hair. They'll stay. Maybe some sticks for the arms and legs. There's my other arm. Look how cute she turned out. So it doesn't have to be a permanent piece of artwork. It's just how you decide to put stuff together. Another fun project to do is to, of course, draw. We're drawing the shadow. Maybe you could pick out one of your favorite toys. You put it on a white sheet of paper in full sun, and then you follow the line that you see. Now your shadow is going to change depending on what time of day it is. Right now it's like almost 12 or around 12, and so the sun is straight up, and so I'm probably not getting as good of a shadow as I probably could get if I did it like in the morning or the afternoon, where it would shade more onto the paper. So this is a really fun project too, especially if you have a toy that you really like. That would be really fun. So I did the bears. So that's a really fun little project. And take it and color it in. Try some different things. See what works best for you. Maybe you want to do something cool like a pine cone or something where it's got really neat little extra lines around it. So that's another project you could do. Now, now I've got my pencil out and I'm drawing a little bit. I wanted to show y'all one more thing. I'm using a drawing pencil right now, especially for you older guys that are really starting to get into drawing now. This one says, you'll notice the numbers on the end, it says 4B, medium wash 4B. I bet to you that means absolutely nothing. But actually, if you're trying to create something in particular, it's very important. Like this one says 8B. So there's HB means it's basically like a regular pencil that you use to write with. So the bigger the number, like a 6B or an 8B, those are going to be super soft. So if I want to shade with those, I can mush that and blend that better than if I used a regular pencil like an HB. It's a harder lead, so it doesn't smush as good. It doesn't blend as good. And you could really get some dark to light shades and values with the softer pencils. So anyway, that's just a little tidbit on supplies. They have these at Walmart in a little set. They have the different leads, which are really good for learning how to draw. But you know, my favorite part of being outside is drawing. So I love to pick something and just try to basically do a still life, which means I'm going to try to draw it the way I see it. Not the way I know that it looks, but the way that I see it. So right now, I'm trying to draw the chair, just to give you a little example. I'm not doing a lot of detail right now. I'm just trying to draw in what I see first. Just a little contour, which means the lines the outside lines that make up the chair. So this is another option you can do. It's fun. And remember, you'll always get so worried about whether things are perfect or not. And that is not, if you're practicing learning how to draw, that's not your important thing, right, Pom Pom? It's more important for you to practice over and over again until you get it the way that you think it looks good. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed drawing with me today and finding some cool things outside to explore. I saw Miss Wagner's video. If you haven't seen it yet, with her walking on the trail and showing you different trees and stuff, you really need to watch it. It's cool, and she inspired me to get outside too. So make sure to enjoy this weather while the sun is coming out, and do some practice drawing. Enjoy what we've got. Just the basic pencils and paper is all it takes. So hopefully I will see y'all soon. Have a great afternoon.